Not that kind of approach. Only so that you have a roof over your head. To that extent, they say it is permissible. And the third jama'at of ulama are those who are completely okay with it. They say because in this country, the dealing that we have with the non-Muslims is between a Muslim and a non-Muslim. And there's a hadith in Hidayah Sharif, Hazrat, which says, La riba bain al-muslimi wal-harbiyyi fi dar al-harb. There is no riba between a Muslim and a Harbi in a Darul Harb. In a country, Darul Harb literally translates as country of war. So, meaning non-Muslim country. Okay? So these are the three groups of ulama with their opinions. It's a very detailed issue. It's something that can be answered within 2-5 minutes. You really need to give deep understanding. Only then you will know why there are these differences between the ulama kiram. Yes.
One question. I heard this on the television. A lot of ulama says, do not work in the superstores where they sell alcohol.
Yeah.
Do not work in the banks because they do these interest things. Do not work in the factories where they don't allow you to read in the mosque. Now, these days, because we born in this country, so we talk about this country, if we don't work in a superstore because they do alcohol, we don't work in a bank because they do interesting there. If we don't work in the factories because they are not Muslims, but not every single factory, but some they don't let you pray in their own time. In break time they say do whatever you like, but they past 7-8 hours, no. So what should we do? Where we go, where we find these sort of jobs where we can pray and do the work both at the same time?
You've heard the terminology fatwa and taqwa. Fatwa is the general Islamic ruling, hukm of Sharia, and taqwa is your fear of Allah, your obedience of Allah. So the points that you made, personally if you ask me, these are to do with taqwa. This is a higher level. If you can refrain, alhamdulillah. Like they say in English, better safe than sorry. So if there's disagreement between ulama, some will say, no, there's nothing wrong because we live in a non-Muslim country. Others say, no, even then we should try to refrain, keep away. That's taqwa. If you can get away with it, alhamdulillah, then no problem. But if you are forced into survival, that is your only means of earning. And there's nothing else you can earn from, because you need to live. Saving your life is a fight. So it depends on how you look at these jobs. If you can find an alternative, then better, alhamdulillah. But until then, like he says, if your life is in danger, you know for sure you will die. You come to such a stage that you know for sure you will die within the next minute or so if you don't, for example, drink alcohol. What does Sharia say now? You must drink and save your life. Drink only to the extent to save your life, because saving your life is more important, greater part. If you can get away and refrain from these few jobs, like you said, especially like alcohol, selling alcohol in the till. I've seen many Muslim brothers and I feel sorry for them. And we hope they have the same feeling as well, when they actually have to serve. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, anything to do with alcohol, and he mentioned actually 10 departments. 10 things that take place from the time it is taken off from the trees until it is produced and sold. Then we should try to refrain. Itna bach sakte hain, hame ehtiyat karne ki koshish karni chahiye. Find a risk, a means of earning, which we know for sure. Which we know for sure is risk halal, and there is no doubt about it. One last question.
Towards the end of your speech, you said get ilm from anywhere. You read that share. Can you just elaborate on that, please?
I read the share. لو جان بیچ کر بھی جو علم و ہنر ملے، لو جان بیچ کر بھی جو علم و ہنر ملے، جس سے ملے جہاں ملے جس قدر ملے، جس سے ملے. Not necessarily a Muslim. Your teacher doesn't have to be a Muslim. And why do I say this? Because our Prophet said, "Utlubul ilma walau bis-sin." Gain knowledge even unto China. 1400 years ago, was China a Muslim country? Is China a Muslim country today? China has never been a Muslim country. China has never been ruled by Muslims. But the Prophet is saying to us, gain knowledge even if you have to travel so far and wide. Even if you have to learn from the non-Muslims. Al-hikmatu dallatul mu'min. The Prophet said, wisdom is the lost property of a believer. So gain it from wherever you possibly can.
What I wanted to really ask is, you said you can get it from anywhere. Can we get it from the other sects as well?
Other sects. If you know for sure they will teach you only good. Like if you can learn from a kafir, according to this hadith Pak, from the other sects, generally speaking, the Prophet said that seek innal ilma deenun. This ilm is also part of your deen. So be aware of whom you learn from. This is hadith Pak. Be aware of whom you learn from. So if you know that the knowledge they will teach you is going to be only ilm nafi, which will not destroy your aqidah. That is what brother Shahzad Shu'aib Bhai is pointing towards. So if we can refrain, alhamdulillah. If you can only learn from the Sunni ulama, and you should try to find Sunni ulama, be in their company, only the Salihin, the people with the right aqidah. That's the actual rule. But generally speaking, you can learn any good from anyone.
Just one last question.
We all know interest is haram, but why is it haram?
Why is it haram? Allah Ta'ala says, because of interest, only the rich get richer. This is a system, as we know today we see. The rich will get richer and richer, and the poor who will depend on that interest will probably spend their lifetimes trying to pay it back, but still not be able to do so. So interest is not like business. Tijarat is something else. Ahallallahu al-bay'a wa harrama al-riba. Allah has made bay, interaction, transaction of business, halal. Wa harrama al-riba. And Allah has made interest haram simply because only the rich will get richer. It's like we see what's happening in the dunya today. One country loans, America loans to a poor country 5 billion, and after 50 years it wants back 50 billion. Okay, that's why. جی فرمائیے.
اور وہ یہ ہے کہ عام طور سے ایسا ہوتا ہے کہ اگر بچوں کو یا ایون کے عدد کو علم حاصل کرنے کے لیے ایسے افراد کے پاس بھیجیں جہاں عقیدہ بگڑنے کا اندیشہ ہے، اور ظاہر سی بات ہے تجربے سے یہ بات ثابت ہوئی ہے کہ عقیدے میں فرق آتا ہے.
بے شک بے شک.
تو اس صورت میں تو پھر
احتیاط بالکل بچنا چاہیے 100%. عقیدہ is first. Your amal will only count when the aqidah is sound. Okay? Only when the aqidah is sound. This is, I'm very, very strict on aqidah, brothers, and you know that. When I speak, because I was asked to keep my hands a bit tight today. But now when I speak about aqidah, nothing comes before aqidah. Every amal is based upon sound aqidah. What destroys shaitan is gustakhi, be'adabi of a nabi. That's all. I'm better than him. And that's what some Muslims today say about our Nabi. He's just like our elder brother, and that's it. Anybody who believes that and does salat around the dargah, Allah will never ever accept. Jazakumullah khairan. Oh, mashallah. MashaAllah, Hazrat Maulana Mohsin Raza Sahib has come all the way from Gausiya Masjid in Bolton, very good friend of mine. They have, with their students, MashaAllah, put together this beautiful set of books, Islamic Studies, level 1, level 2, level 3, for both boys and girls? Yes, for boys, okay. Okay, the hadiyah of this whole set, MashaAllah, 3 is 15 pounds, only 15 pounds. Hazrat has come all the way from Bolton, inshallah on the way back. Those of you who can, please do purchase these books for yourselves, maybe as a gift for your youngsters, friends, nephews, whoever. Especially for young boys and girls who are studying, inshallah. Very good set, hadiyah, inshallah, only 15 pounds.
Before our Imam Sahib do the dua, Bazm Sultania brothers have launched an application, an app. You can see on the screen. There are a lot of brothers here who might have questions, might be a bit shy to ask these questions. You can ask Brother Abbas or Brother Mudassar regarding how to download this app on your mobile phone. Everybody's got a smartphone. I'm sure everybody's got enough memory to download this. It's very useful. It's got namaz time, it's got various other things, and also you can ask questions, and then them questions will be relayed to the ulama ikram who we invite every month. Inshallah, next Bazm Sultania event will be announced very soon. Sallu alaihi wasallam.
صلى الله على النبي الأمي وآله صلى الله عليه وسلم صلاة وسلاما عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. اللهم رب زدني علما. اللهم رب زدني علما. اللهم رب زدني علما. اللهم ارزقنا علما نافعا. اللهم ارزقنا علما نافعا. اللهم ارزقنا علما نافعا. اے اللہ آج کی ہماری اس محفل کو قبول فرما. جو کچھ کہا گیا سنا گیا اگر ہم سے کوئی غلطی ہو گئی ہے تو یا اللہ ہمیں معاف فرما. دین کی ہمیں سچی تعلیم حاصل کرنے کی توفیق عطا فرما. علماء کا قرب نصیب فرما. اچھوں کی صحبت عطا فرما. یا اللہ آج کی محفل کی برکت سے ہمارے گناہ معاف فرما. ہماری پریشانیاں دور فرما. ہماری مشکلات آسان فرما. ہمارے یہ بچوں کے مستقبل کو روشن فرما. انہیں دنیا کے ساتھ بالخصوص دین پڑھنے کی توفیق عطا فرما. دین کا عرفان عطا فرما. دین کا نور عطا فرما. جو کچھ ہم سیکھیں یا اللہ ہم سب کو اس پر عمل بھی کرنے کی توفیق عطا فرما. یا اللہ ہمیں سچا اور سچا عقیدہ اہل سنت و جماعت اسی پہ زندگی عطا فرما. اسی مذہب محدب پر یا اللہ ہمیں موت عطا فرما. اس پیاری خوبصورت مسجد کو یا اللہ قیامت تک آباد فرما. جسے آباد کرتے ہیں انتظامیہ ہیں, مقتدی ہیں, ائمہ کرام ہیں, خطبہ, یا اللہ ان کی عمر میں برکتیں عطا فرما. سب کے رزق, علم, عمل, تقوی, طہارت, جمال, کمال, اخلاص میں بے پایا برکتیں عطا فرما. ہمارے والدین جو باحیات ہیں انہیں عمر خضر عطا فرما. جو پردہ فرما گئے یا اللہ ان کی مغفرت فرما. ہماری اولاد کو ہماری اولاد کو یا اللہ ہماری آنکھوں کی ٹھنڈک بنا دے. ہماری ماں اور بہنیں بھی تشریف لائیں, بیٹیاں بھی تشریف لائیں. یا اللہ ان کو اپنے گھروں میں سکون اور اطمینان کی دولت عطا فرما. ان کو بھی یا اللہ اپنی اولاد کے لیے بہترین اسوہ اپنانے کی, خدیجہ کبریٰ, عائشہ صدیقہ, فاطمہ زہرا رضی اللہ تعالی عنہا کے اسوے کو اپنانے کی اللہ انہیں توفیق عطا فرما. انہیں اپنے بچوں کے لیے بہترین رول ماڈل بننے کی توفیق عطا فرما. استغفر اللہ ربی من کل ذنب واتوب الیہ ببرکاتی ان اللہ وملائکتہ یصلون علی النبی یا ایہا الذین آمنوا صلوا علیہ وسلموا تسلیما. اللہم صل علی سیدنا و مولانا محمد طب القلوب ودوائها وعافية الأبدان وشفائها ونور الأبصار وضيائها وآله وأصحابه وبارك وسلم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.